Hi guys, in this video we are going to look at question 2 patterns. Yes, this question paper was written on June examination 2022 mathematics paper 1. Yes, we did question 1 on our previous video. So in this video we are going to work out patterns. So if you are new to this channel, what are you waiting for? Kindly subscribe. You only subscribe once, right? So firstly, there at question 2, remember that we're given the geometric sequence 9 all over 2, 9 and 18 and 23 over 4. So we are required to determine the value of R, which is the common ratio. Well, remember T2 divided by T1 and T3 divided by T2 to find the common ratio. So in this case, 18 divided by 9, how many times does 9 goes to 18? That's 2, meaning that R will be equal to 2. Right, let's put that into practice. Well, 2.1 will be R is equals to 2. We did find that using T2 divided by T1, which is the same as T3 divided by T2. Then we were able to get R as equal to 2, right? Okay, so let's look at this. Let's try to look at this, right? How many terms are there in the sequence? Right, in other words, you're looking for the number of terms that are here in this sequence. But what is nice, you are given the last term, which is Tn there, right? So the best way, guys, to tackle this will be to, at 2.1.2 will be, remember that you're given 9 all over 2. We are also given 9 as well as 18, then to 23 over 4 times there. So we're looking the number of terms. How many terms are there in this sequencing? So firstly, guys, we have our first term there as A, and we have our ratio as 2. So we are going to use a general term of geometric, which is Tn times Arn minus 1. So remember that this is our Tn. So where is Tn, we put 23 over 4. Then where is A, which is the first term, we put 9 over 2. Then our R will be 2 to the power of n minus 1. We will then divide everything by 9 all over 2. So what are we going to be left with? When we punch our calculator there, we have 512. So we'll be left with 2 to the power of n minus 1. So we need to change 512. In your calculator, just say 512 is equals to shift fact. If you're using KGFX plus, then we are going to have 2 to the power of 9, which is equals to 2 to the power of n minus 1. Now the bases are the same. What do? We drop the exponent, meaning this will be n minus 1, which is equals to 9. Take 1 to the other side, 9 plus 1, that will be 10. So definitely we have conquered this, right? So that's how you can get that beautiful 3 marks. That's how you can get that beautiful 3 marks, right? So let's go to 2.2. At 2.2, we are given sigma is equals to k is equals to 1, where the starting point, our starting point, k is equals to 1, 6 times mk, 6 times m to the power of k minus 1, which is equals to 12. Determine the value of m. How many marks is that? That's 2 marks, right? So let's put that into practice. So at 2.2, we need to construct or formulate a series, right? So how do we formulate it? The starting point is 1. We put 1 here. 1 minus 1, that will be 0. M to the power of 0, that's 1. 6 times 1, that will be 6. Then that will be the first term. Let's put 2 now. 2 minus 1, that will be 1. M to the power of m, that will be 6m, because remember, when you put 2 here, it's going to be 1. And m to the power of 1 is 1. 6 times m, 6m. Let's put 3 now. 3 minus 1, that's going to be 2. Then m squared is m squared times 6. Then that will be 6m squared. Right, plus blah blah blah, which is equals to 12. So we have constructed our series, right? So we're looking for right, we're calculating this the sigma here. Yes, we're looking for sum to infinity. We are calculating for the sum to infinity, but now the aim is to get m. But we are going to use sum to infinity, right? It's fine. So this is a, and our r, what is our r there? 6 divided by m, it's m, and 6m squared divided by 6m, still m. Then we have our a as 6, right? So we are going to apply sum to infinity since we are given our sigma in a form of sum to infinity, right? Okay, but we're being told that the sum to infinity is 12 there. Then you plug in 12. What is your a? A is 6. Then we have 1 minus our r, it's m. Then the best way will be cross multiply. 6 times 1, that will be 6. 12 times 1, that will be 12. 12 times negative m, that will be negative 12m. Then like terms, 6 minus 12, that will be negative 6, which is negative 12m. Right, so we'll then divide everything by negative 12. Then divide everything by negative 12. How many times does 6 goes to 12? It goes twice, but 6 can't go to 6. Then we put 1, meaning that m will be half. This is our half. M is half, since they were looking for the value of m. Yes, hope we are getting it. Then let's go to 2.3. They said the third term of a geometric series is 18 and the fifth term is 162. Determine the sum of the first term where r is lesser than 0. Okay, right, so let's create our equations here from this statement. Firstly, we were told that the third term of a geometric series is 18 and the 15th term is, let's start with the statement that says the third term of a geometric is 18. So the third term, which is T3, is equals to 18. That is 2.3. And we're being told that the fifth term, which is equals to 162. So since you're going to use a geometric progression where there's n, remember using a general term of a geometric, where there's n you put 3 minus 1, that will be left with 2. Then it's 18 here, right? So that will be the first equation we're having. And we're being told that the fifth term as well, it's going to be 5 minus 1, that will be 4, which is equals to 162. Right, so we name that equation 2, right? So for us it's either we make r or a the subject. So the best way, it's saying equation 2 divided by equation 1. So what we are going to do, equation 2 divided by equation 1, when we divide this, when we say 162 divided by 18, we get 9. We get 9. Then when you divide these two will cancel. Then 4 minus 2 will be 2. And then square root of r squared, that will be plus or minus 3. Right? Plus or minus 3. Therefore, you're looking for a. We can substitute to any of the equation, that preferably equation 1 or 2, you can choose, right? So let's choose equation 1. Where there's a, we're going to put 3. So it's going to be 3 squared, which is equals to 18. Then we have 9 here. 9 divided by 9. Here it will cancel. Then we left with a. How many times does 9 goes to 18? Twice. Making a to be 2 and r to be 3. Remember, you can also use negative 3. We are having two ratios here, right? So we haven't answered our equation, our question. Remember, our question stated that we need to calculate the sum of 7 terms. So what are we going to use? We can use our formula AR. It's AR to the power of n minus 1 to the power of r minus 1. So we know the sum of 7 terms. Our 8, we are being told it's 2. Our r is 3 to the sum of how many terms? Remember, it's 7 minus 1. Then we have our r as 3. minus 1. Then let's punch this in our calculator. Okay, we get 1094 using our calculator. We get 1094, so that's what we are getting there, right? Okay, so the sum of 7 terms, it's 1094, right? Hope guys you saw what is happening on 2.3. That's how you can solve this simultaneously. So you can also use the one of negative r is also negative 3. Since we've been told that r it's less than 0, we can follow that as well so that we get our marks, right? So let's go to our last equation, which is our last question, which is 2.4. At 2.4, we are working with, they said the general term of a quadratic pattern is given as Tn is equals to an squared plus Bn plus C, and its first term is 8, and the general term of the first difference of the pattern is Tk, which is equals 4k minus 2. Determine the next two terms of the quadratic number pattern, right? So we need to find the next two terms. So to find the next two terms, guys, let's consider, remember that we are being told that the first term, the 2.4.1, we are being told that the first term is 8, and that our first difference, the pattern is given at our first difference as Tk, which is equals